What is a credit bureau or credit agency? Well, they are a reporting agency that gathers information about you, credit users. They collect information from a variety of sources. Uh, the utility companies from uh, Xfinity, from your cable company, from your IPL, from gas and electric company, um, the the courts, any court or legal information is usually public information and therefore is accessible. So they're gathering information from courts, from banks, from collection agencies, from credit card companies, uh, from all sorts of uh, sources, and they gather all of that information and put it into one place uh, for people that want to uh, check your credit. Okay, this is what we're talking about. There are three credit bureaus. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are the three main bureaus uh, that that we pay attention to or that exist at this time. So what do they keep track of? What kind of information is going to be on that? Well, they keep track of a lot, right? Uh, your address, where you live, how long that you've been at that residence, how long you've been at your job, how long or how many payments you might have made on a credit card company, how long you've had that credit card open, what your highest balance is, your average balance. They keep all this information for about 7 years on a rolling basis. So after 7 years, it expunged, but it gets replaced with new data, right? So they do keep your personal information, right? They want to know your name and address, uh, birth dates and things. They keep your credit history, any court judgments or fines or arrests and those kinds of things go on your credit. Maybe not arrests, but the actual bankruptcies or a court judgment or a lien against you where you've been sued. You'll see a list of who has tried to access your credit inquiries. So these are probably creditors, right? That are trying to determine whether or not you are a good credit risk or not. A hard inquiry is where you have requested to see that credit, and a soft inquiry is where someone else has requested. The hard will affect your credit score, so that's why you don't want to constantly check your credit score or pull a credit report, because though each time that is going to impact your score overall. You can go and get your credit report free once per year. You contact each of the credit reporting agencies and they can get you a copy of your most recent credit report. Looks something similar to this, where your personal information is going to be up here. You've got your employment, social security number, date of birth, where you currently live, previous addresses. These down here are going to be your court listings, things that they found from your public records, collection agency, credit account, and then your company's request orders. We are going to do a quick little assignment on Wednesday. having to do with reading your credit report and looking through your credit report. Your credit score. Your credit score is a number that, and hopefully it's 3 digits, right? That we calculate from your credit report. It is one factor that lenders use to determine whether or not you have good credit or whether or not you would be a good risk to lend money. Not only do they look at that, and your credit score has an impact of whether or not you get credit to begin with, but it also impacts your interest rate. The higher your credit score is, which means the better credit risk you are, the more likely you are to pay back your loan, right? The lower the interest rate you get. So why, some of these places, buy here, pay here type places, we'll finance you. Yes, they may finance you with bad credit or no credit, but you are going to pay a little bit extra as far as finance or interest fees. So what goes into your credit score? So part of that is what you owe, how much you owe, your debt to income ratio. Okay. Some of it is your payment history. Are you making payments on time, and are you missing any payments? If you're making on time, no missed payments, that is going to have a good positive effect on your credit score. A little bit on your credit cards and what types of loans you might have. If you have a lot of high interest loans, that might not look so good on your credit score. Your length of credit history plays a small part. And then if you open a lot of accounts in a very short amount of time, it may indicate that you are a poor credit risk, that you're trying to access all of your credit all at once. So what is a good score? Up here, at the very top, you have an 850. That is a very, very good score. That's the best you can get. You're going to get lower payments, lower interest rates. You might get a better terms as far as a loan or a lease because you've got this good credit. As you move down into the 700s and 600s, you start that credit score is lower, yes, right? You might need a higher down payment. You might have to, this is when you might need a cosigner. You might have higher interest rates or higher payments, less favorable terms. As you, remember this is range, right? As you go down, that gets worse and worse, right? Your terms get worse, your interest rates get worse, the payments get worse, your, it's just not as good, right? All the way down to a low score of 300. That is when your credit is the worst, right? Where you might not get access to credit at all. And if you do, it's going to be a very high fees. So as we look, this is our population, the number of people, the percent of people, right? And this would be their credit scores. So most people are right in here into the 700 to 800 range. There are very few over here with very good credit. We're mostly right in here with fairly good credit. Bankruptcy. Bankruptcy should be used only for extreme options and situations. It is your legal process for eliminating some of your debt. Not everything can be eliminated with a bankruptcy filing. It's kind of like a reset, but there are some debts, like your student loans, for example, would be an example of something that you can't discharge through bankruptcy. If you manage your money wisely, set up a budget, use your credit wisely so that you're not getting overextended, not using your credit card for daily expenses. We avoid bankruptcy altogether, which is a good thing, right? And we can keep our cash in the bank. That's it for notes for 18.3b. On Wednesday, our assignment is going to be this reading a credit report. We'll have the sample credit report in Canvas, and then we'll answer those questions through that sample report. I will have a little video doing that as well, and post that on the assignment page on Wednesday. If you have any questions, you can drop in. Tonight, Monday, is 7 to 10 p.m. office hours through Zoom. Wednesday is 1 to 4. Friday is 9 to 12. You can always email me or shoot me a text. I will get to you when I can. Shoot me a message in Canvas. Hope you guys are all staying safe and staying at home. Have a great day.